took the photos of, in the area where I went to and all that other stuff. So, just look for that when you get a chance to check out the Arthur Smith page. So, there are a few news for Milwaukee Developments. So we are going to talk about a few of them. Let's see, because I knew there was one that we ain't going to talk about that. Okay, this was one of them. So, although you guys already know about the situation with the Ellison that is going to be they started groundbreaking ceremony a few days ago. So they already will have a tenant, probably like in the lower level, which is probably going to have retail space and stuff like that. I apologize. I just hate when things pop up like that. But this is called Copa Vida. Is a California-based chain. Okay. So it's a coffee. It's going to be a coffee shop and a cafe. Let's see. It will lease just over 3,000 square feet on the ground floor in the Edison. So that's good news. And sorry, just reading more information about it. So it's just good. It's just good, something like there right away. I think it was with the culture that's by the lakefront. Really, it didn't have it didn't have anybody renting any of their space down there right away. So for this building right here that's getting made, that is a good idea to have something confirmed there right away. But it just sucks that like I said, the culture did not had that part. So yeah, like I said, a few days ago they had a groundbreaking. It'll be open in 2027. Well, they probably moves some people in if they want to. Like I said, probably early 2027. So maybe it'll probably be completely finished in maybe around this time or a little bit later in 2027. So that's a possibility. But I guess I'm glad that they got a tenant there so far, so it can bring business in, and well, at least I had people going around there. So sorry, my son's dog always want to play catch, and any time of day while I'm around, it just just doesn't make sense. Yeah, I need some water. We will talk about that thing about the what they're gonna do with that old Walmart. But I think it was one more thing that was up there that we want to talk about before we get to it. There's the fireworks at the Big Bang. Let's see. Oh, there's two things actually. So, I guess I can add, something to this that, with the, more about the Edison. I guess the thing is they question, right now with the, Market Center site plans, because I guess that right now they're at a standstill. So, let's just say there's more stuff about that. So although, but the bigger story is what happened with the separate site just across the street. So just trying to see more information on that. And I'm sorry, just at the times you have to move the camera at times, and there we go. So let's see what's going on. Neutral Edison 31, of course, development Madison based on, of course, that. Oh, but the neutral has also. They had. Okay, so they also, besides the Edison, they also had the plans with doing the that Marcus area, that parking lot. Let's see, where apartments, hotel rooms, office, and other uses for the Marcus Performing Arts Center parking garage. Um, well, it's like like across the street. So let's see. Mayor Johnson, Department of City Development in July proposed a 1 year exclusive right to negotiate sale of the city-owned Marcus site to Neutral that would give the firm time to refine its plans, including financing. So yeah, but that negotiation right has yet to be reviewed by the Common Council, which also would review proposed site sale. All the involvement in those district includes downtown is skeptical about, why you be skeptical about the plans? Like, the plan is like a good idea. Like I said, we always were saying, we need more hotels, so that's one thing. And of course, you're probably gonna use, like, if they make like another building on the side, they can do it for because like I said, office and stuff like that. And plus, maybe like it ain't gotta be that many like apartment buildings, but maybe they would have probably like a side building for like apartments and stuff like that. So but let's see. Let me just see if there's like more stuff about that. Let's see. For the initial plans for the Edison Group several times for when the proposal. Okay. Okay, but Ballman said after the ceremony, his concerns remain about Neutral Marcus site plans. They include the fact the city requests proposal just through 3 responses and question visibility on neutral plans as 2 east side apartments and the tower plans remain on hold. Which kind of suck. But it's people play like like politics and stuff like that. So it sucks. But it's like, what more can you do? Okay, they continue to have talks, with the city about it. So this project probably gonna be going on, much later. So I don't see, the groundbreaking of that what's gonna happen, anytime soon. So I don't know, but I'm all ears. So okay, what you said about the case for the plans for that one. Oh, okay. So yeah, I kind of figured out. I just said this already before reading it that the first apartments are to be completed by spring of 2027, with remaining units finished by summer of 2027. Yeah, so it's kind of the same thing, with the culture and that other I think it was like 320 water building. So that was like going the same thing as well. So there's developments going around the city, but it just pains me that some people don't know what to take the steps and stuff. And then again, you got like people with money that don't know what to do with it. It's just crazy, insane, and stupid at the same time. So I guess a little bit more about the Northridge thing. With Northridge is like the farther north side of Milwaukee. So a lot. They talked to people like earlier this year. That what they want at the area, because it is the Northridge Mall is like completely like torn down. So let's see. Face construction delays and the rising cost is to finally open this summer. So okay. Oh, okay. It's nearby. Okay. And me and the wife was talking about Northridge today that people with the ideas, they wanted to do like a, if you familiar with Bayshore Mall that's in Glendale, I believe. But yeah, something like that, a lot of stores and like they have movie theater, like a Target is in that area too, and just a lot of development stuff that's going on in that area. So so something everybody's going to open by this summer. Oh, it's known as the Granville Collection. So let's see, it's a house around 40 minority entrepreneurs. Oh, okay. So, oh wow, there's like some blocks and blocks away from Northridge. Maybe like about like I would say maybe like, yeah, 10 blocks away from all that. But the project, however, has ran into delays tied to material shortage and other pandemic related issues. Yeah, they ain't nothing new. Cause okay, it was supposed to be open fall 2021. Yeah, that's kind of a bummer. So okay, they talk about the executive that left last month. Um, okay, let's see. I'm just trying to see. Okay, the district is funded by special assessments on around 400 Greenville area commercial properties. Annual budget of 1.37 million, and its borders are roughly, North 60th Street, North 95th Street, West Country Line Road, and West Good Hope Road. Okay, we get that. So Granville will have a blues fest. Will be next week actually. So next weekend looks like. Um, yeah, that's what you want. Just something to go like going on around there. So it just really doesn't say. Okay, we get that. Delayed by COVID and things like that. We get that. Oh, okay. So it's really just gonna be open. So that area is gonna be open this summer, which is fair. Let's see. Six restaurants, other food, gathering, and community space. More than 35 retailers, an antique store, a studio, none of these spaces. So, well, that's like I said, that's cool. I guess they were just saying that it was just like a long time coming, and they finally, yeah. Okay, this talk about after the Northridge closing, yeah, since it closed in like yeah, since I'm sorry, Northridge had closed like in 2002, and it was like a lot of stores would just like leave it. So it's like, what people are going to do. Sorry, but yeah, at the times, I was going to like Northridge, especially around that time before it officially closed. Yeah, it was kind of painful, and yeah, like a lot of the good stores was gone, and it was just like, what they going to do next? But at least the Granville area is rain on redevelopment with the former mall near West Brown, the northern North 76th Street. So you see, these buildings are being demolished, and work to make the city-owned site available for new development should be completed by fall. I guess the what plan they're gonna do with that. So it's one of those things you gotta wait and see. But like I haven't lived in that farther of the north side, but I did used to have family that did live in the area, and there were some good times and some bad times with that. So not gonna personally talk about it because some of y'all already know, and some of y'all don't know. I might repeat myself again about it sometime later on in my life. So the Walmart Supercenter, if y'all know, that was on like let's say 103rd and Silver Spring, I believe, by the Timmerman Airport. Sorry about that. So yeah, 100 330 West Silver Spring. So I guess they're gonna have a restaurant depot. Okay, they have another store. As I was reading this, they do have another store that's like in Bayview. So good. So I guess they're going to expand a little bit, and it's good for them, to help like other businesses, especially that's doing like restaurant stuff and like have restaurant supplies and stuff like that. So that's always a good news. So I guess the Common Council needs their due their approval to undergo the plan. So let June 30th will be the one they will try to reevaluate and see if they're gonna like approve it. So mainly like what they're gonna do, like I said, the other location that they have it like First and Bleacher. Store will sell dry groceries, fresh and frozen foods, paper and plastic products, and other equipment supplies to restaurants. So it was more they were saying that the restaurant report wouldn't be open to the public for general retail and grocery shopping. Which the other one ain't either. So it's like the building remaining space will be converted into several units to lease other commercial tenants, which is pretty cool. Maybe some other places, maybe that's not over there, because there are still things that is still over there. And wait a minute, I think this store. Okay, this one probably doesn't even talk about it. So that means I probably got to go to. Okay, let's see. The plans filed in November with the Department of Neighborhood Service feature including the grocery store, liquor store, convenience store, child care center, and other unspecific commercial tenants. But I was trying to look for, because there's still stores that's around that area now. So maybe I gotta check on sorry. So let me delete this. There we go. And yeah, because I think most of the story of that would be on urbanmilwaukee.com. So yeah, it was something else I was looking on here too. So just give me a moment here. So I'm just gonna. Where is it? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, they said that other tenants that's still there. Like I said, used to have a pick and save grocery store that closed in 2017, but was replaced by BioLite Plasma Service and AutoZone. So the other tenants that are still there is Dollar Tree, Rainbow Shops, Cosmo Beauty, Value Beauty, and GameStop. So yeah, their things are still there. So hopefully when they get that stuff done, and maybe they add some more stuff around there, and it'll be like a good strip mall again. With back then Walmart being like the big anchor. So like I said, it'll be good for that area to have some like life going on with it again. I'm just trying to see, was there one more? Okay, there's some things that I cannot even read yet because I was a member, but I'm not. So some of these stories we will talk about, this weekend, probably around the time, when we do aftermath. So that's a possibility. So Southern restaurant Julie Mays will serve Southern style comfort foods at 76 in Burleigh, which is the old Pizza Hut. But I do want to look at the picture of it. Oh wow, got a sign up there already. So that was an old Pizza Hut before it suddenly, just closed. So yeah, that's crazy. Oh yeah, people will like that place, because it's kind of like soul food. So I think people will like that, especially Mike would like this too. Probably would be, like a favorite of his. So of course, like places that's around there, so not surprised. Proposed hours of operation for it will be Tuesday through Wednesday from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m., Thursday through Saturday 11 a.m. to midnight, and Sunday 11 to 6. So mainly they're gonna close on Monday. So why not, give them a break? So wouldn't be upset with that. But I'm just trying to see, if everything is get improved. So. Okay, so all the work did started going on last month. So I guess that was kind of obvious. Oh, okay. So late July opening they're targeting in. So with meals available for takeout only, the restaurant will not offer dine-in, drive-through, delivery, and has no plans to serve alcohol. Yeah, why not? Just do the food. That'll be fine. Um, but then again, how it looks now, right now. Before Pizza Hut was there. It was never like a dine. It was always takeout. So we can understand why they decide do takeout early, unless they want to reconstruct the outside a little bit and maybe have like an eatery outside. So that's a possibility. But like I said, this would be good for Mike, because since he likes a lot of soul food. I know my wife does too, but just one of those things just to think like when they open, like I already actually gonna go see it or whatever. Um Sorry, but sorry about that, Mindy. Okay, so the old Sentinel building, and I thought the developer did had this already because it looked like it was quiet for so long. It was already big news about it in late 2023 to early 2024, like talking about this. So okay, so now the new plan would be it would convert to apartments. Yep, I knew it. It's the second time in 4 years the development has sought to convert a 10-story office building into apartments. Oh, okay, so they wanted to do this before. Um, and Para worked with Alan Galasis on the 2021 plans for redevelop the building into 33 apartments, but those plans didn't advance. Okay, and all the transferring stuff building back to prior owner. Okay. Let's see. Of course, a little bit more news about the place. So, at the time of the auction, it was listed as 90% vacant. So, I guess there was something there before they actually had some. I think this was one point they had the I don't think this was it, but like if you get all this stuff, talk about with the home bridge, I think it was supposed to be, there. So, let's see. Okay, now in Block Southwest, the 35-story, 465,000 square building of the 100 East Tower. Yeah, I think they started working on the inside of that one with the 100 Street East with 100 East, because my old bank was there, and yeah, and I think they kind of left this week if I'm right. So yeah, I guess there's still stuff gonna be sorted out before they officially give the go ahead to do what they need to do on the inside. So it's like they're not going to touch the outside as many, just going to be the inside, just like I said, like converted to apartments. So this is one of the mayor's plans, try to get at least 1 million people living in Milwaukee by what was it, like 1 million people. I think he didn't have a time frame, but he's just like he wanted to have at least 1 million people living in the city of Milwaukee, which is kind of fair, and plus maybe help getting some development and things like that happening here. So that'll be something to see. Sorry, just a second here. But yeah, I know there's like other stuff to read about, but unfortunately I don't have my membership at the time. But like I said, we would probably read all this stuff all weekend, so the possibility that we could be talk about some of this stuff either could be tomorrow or Saturday, so it just all depends. But we are going to get to one more thing before we end this. But the thing I can't stand the most especially for people like me that need to use the county bus because right now you can't afford cars. So what I'm doing right now, saving money and working right now just to at least get a car at least by close to the end of fall, so it won't be like so we won't be dealing with the cold. But then again, yeah. So it was announced yesterday that MCTS was dealing with a 10.9 million budget deflect, and this is why you get on people, and ever since it seems like a few years ago, a lot of people can I get a ride, or I don't have the money, can I get a ride? And it's like it sucks, and I think half the time people want to say no, but then again you got them people acting all crazy, like spoiled children, like try to get what they want. So and there's some people that that really don't care. So that's one of the reasons why this is going on, and like some of the buses gonna get cut, and also the some of the time frame that they're gonna use on certain buses, like the weekends, like Saturday, and well, we already know the Sunday services kind of suck anyway. So, but they think of maybe doing Saturday much worse, and it's just a lot of stuff that's just going on. So it just really sucks. So they did have protesters like marching downtown today, and me, the wife, and also Mike were seeing some of them protesters going down there, and we was talking to this bus driver before we came from Summerfest to go home, and she was like she appreciated us paying for the ride. It was like, yeah, we always do that, like all the time. Most of the time we do. Like there's only probably like a few times that the phone probably died or something like that from me, and that that I really need to get somewhere, and then I would have the money to pay on the next trip or something like that. So yeah, I only had like a few incidents like that, but not like major like everybody else is like using it. And especially who's doing that right now is like teens. So it's just like insane too. Like we know they want to go somewhere, get out of the house and whatever like that, but should they be going after their mama for that? Their parents. Just insane. So but they're saying they had threats like this before. So so I hope that this will be a one-time thing, and that will get both report on this July. So Middle contract negotiation with AT Union Local. Okay, so let's see. Supervisor Steve Terry requesting how MCTS managed not to find a 10 million projected budget deflect until just the past few weeks, especially when it was being driven by 3 different issues. And of course, they blaming the tariffs for increase of prices for cost of like the parts they need for the buses and things like that. So another part, what? Thanks a lot, Trump. Let's see. There's more things. So it's gonna be like an issue I'm looking at that I see like almost every time I'm on the bus. So this is the thing right here. A spokesperson for MCT has clarified that ridership continues to increase, but passenger revenue is declining in part due to non-paying riders. And said that while this is not among the top 3 issues, which it should be, because you may not be in this problem if you tell people to pay. It's like, I understand people that don't have the money is like kind of feeling on hard times, but we don't have people like investing in our communities anymore. Why all these other things can be like still going on to this day and don't have any problems. Like, ain't nobody investing in our communities anymore. Especially pay your fare for the bus, and there'll probably be more things happening. That's why they come with that idea. With some of the stuff they doing now, and also some of the stuff they're trying to do in the fall. So, and I think there's other plans they was trying to do the NCTS move. with adding and subtracting some routes and like adding them into one at some parts. So yeah, it's like if we want some things like done or happen around here, we need to invest in our community. And it's just like we just don't have people, some people that just don't care. That's mainly what it is. So, and this is a reason why you see some people don't care about their community. Something like this will happen. So screw the people that don't pay for the bus, and thanks for ruining it for everybody. I think that's pretty much it that we want to talk about, but I just want to throw that side moment to talk about that. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe to the channel if you like today's video. We just don't talk about Milwaukee Development. We talk about Milwaukee Bucks, comic book stuff, and wrestling. So if you like that, this channel will be for you. Over 2,700 videos and counting. Maybe something interesting you might want to watch. So check some videos out. Like I said, try and get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and hopefully when we get close to that number, we will do a giveaway. So we will see, when we get close to like 1,000 subscribers, we probably will announce, what we gonna be giving away. So could be something interesting. You never know. Also check out the website WrestlingFansSpeakOut.weebly.com with upcoming events on videos like this. Upcoming meet and greets in the Midwest as well, and just a lot of other stuff you can check out, like photos, Bucks videos and all that other stuff. So get a chance, check it out. Anyways, is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, so please check in your friends. Also is Pride Month, check in your friends as well. And also it is PTSD month too. That's supported by the Army, to get the word out and stuff like that. So go easy on some people. You don't know what they dealing with in life, and like before and after, especially some people that came from the war. They probably be dealing with a lot of things. So check on them people. Sponsorship by Mike and Robin Thompson, and also Midwest Wrestling Collectibles. So you have an opportunity. Check out Midwest Wrestling Collectibles on Facebook. You can get wrestling wrestling DVDs, wrestling VHS, and also figures stuff too, like wrestling figures. You might be interested in that. So go ahead and check it out. Thank you guys for watching once again. Until next video, you guys have a good one.